What's the good word, y'all? DKB here, and we have a free agent target that, according to sources, we are highly interested in, and I am very, very excited for this guy. The running back position, it's been undervalued in recent years, but it is a position that I absolutely love, and this guy in and of itself, great personality, and we're talking about production that's insane. So Jamaal Williams, the running back, formerly of the Lions, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, is who we're being reported as being highly interested in, and apparently it may be a race between four teams: the Jets, the Lions, the Bengals, and I believe it is the Bills, as the names early on mentioned, that may be interested in his services. And you know, again, going back to it, there's a lot of heavy anime influences. Hence, you guys seen the thumbnail. If you haven't seen one of his intros before, he's introduced himself as the Swag Kazekage. And I just think he's one of those unique individuals you'll find that will help build the chemistry of any locker room. And the fact that he's proven to be a very, very productive back in the NFL only helps. We also have some pretty interesting ties to the New York Jets as well. We're talking about the former college running mate of Michael Carter, and so you can technically envision a 1-2 punch there if something ends up delaying Breece Hall's recovery. Fingers crossed, knock on wood that they don't. But even if it ends up being Breece Hall and Jamaal Williams as that 1-2 punch, you have to be excited about a guy that has been a red zone demon over this last season, and we'll jump into the stats here shortly. One of the other ties, though, is that he originally started his career in Green Bay, and alongside Aaron Jones, you know, he was able to go out there and prove himself fairly well. And it is reported, I don't know necessarily how true this is, that he is a very, very good friend of Aaron Rodgers. And so when you think about that whole side of things, there's been a lot of interesting takes. Sauce Gardner says there's a package deal. I've heard names like Bakhtiari, the tackle, and Randall Cobb, the wide receiver, as guys that could potentially come over to help them out with their cap space as well. And so you start thinking about the courtship here, and, you know, New York bringing on a lot of the guys that, you know, would make Aaron Rodgers comfortable right away as he transitions to New York in this market, and trying to, you know, get accustomed to the players on this offense. Now, as far as Jamaal Williams and what the Swag Kazekage is going to bring to us. So, we're talking this previous 2022 season with the Detroit Lions. In only starting 9 games, granted he did play all 17, 262 rush attempts for 1,066 yards, 17 touchdowns. He's literally eclipsed the total that he's had the previous 4 years, one with Detroit, the previous 5 years, one with Detroit, 4 with Green Bay, where he accumulated 13 touchdowns over that season, or over those 5 collective seasons. And so he's never been a guy that's been a home run hitter, right? We're talking about a career average of 4.0 yards per attempt. Even in his best season, he only eclipsed 4.3, but the man knows how to find lanes. He knows how to hit things with power, which is something we would love. Breece Hall's our do-it-all guy, but we don't necessarily have that power element. We were supposed to have that with James Robinson. That never ended up showing itself. And we're talking about a guy that also has been able to provide a receiving threat in the backfield. He definitely averaged more targets when he was part of Green Bay. With Detroit, they opted to use him more in just a straightforward rushing role. But he's shown that he can definitely be a weapon there. 5 touchdowns in 2019 with Green Bay. So you like what you're getting in terms of the overall package with Jamaal Williams. And I really couldn't be more excited. You know, I think maybe more so from a personality standpoint, I would love to see how he handles this New York media, which is something we can't say about everybody that comes in. But I would be generally excited. You know, from a contract standpoint, it may be a little bit of overkill. We're talking about, at least according to Spotrac, they're projecting a $4.1 million average, annual salary. So probably something like a 2-year, $8.3 million contract that would only make him the 19th highest running back But it is a nice sizable chunk to invest when you're still talking about having Breece Hall, who's a high second round pick. Michael Carter's obviously easy. We have James Robinson. It wouldn't be one of the highest, paid running back rooms in the NFL, but how much is he going to be involved between Aaron Rodgers elevating the passing game and then Breece Hall, if he does come back and turn back into the workhorse again? What is his snap total looking like for a guy that would be making about $4 million average? But I am, as I said, thoroughly excited. I think this guy's a beast. We're talking 13 broken tackles last season, 10 in 2021. Detroit really was fueled a lot by what Jamaal Williams was able to do for him when a lot of people were expecting DeAndre Swift to be able to go out there and make quite a bit of things happen. So, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Jamaal Williams potentially joining the New York Jets running back room to give us a strong 1-2 punch. And I'll catch you guys again. Peace.